Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to New Hampshire Motor Speedway right here on MaxSpeedTV. As tonight we bring you the RFC Hershey Design Pro Series as they run the American Diabetes Association 75. Man, it's gonna be a great race. 75 laps here at the famed New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And these drivers are pumped and ready to bring you some racing action as we are just past the halfway point in the season. This is going to be a barn burner for sure. Again, I am your host. My name is KR Stolfus. Thank you for joining us once again. And before we get too much further, want to give a shout out and a thank you to our sponsors here on MaxSpeedTV, the Ohio IndyCar League. They're not just an Ohio-based league. You can check them out at facebook.com/Ohio IndyCar League. Signups are underway for that league. They do run the IR18. And also, this is the Hershey Design Company Pro Series. You're into getting a paint, make sure you check out the Hershey Design Company. Tell them MaxSpeedTV sent you. And last but not least, iBog, your iRacing broadcast overlay graphics source. Hence the name iBog. Get it? Huh? Go to ibog.co for your iRacing graphics needs. So guys, we got just about 7.5 minutes left of practice. Right now, on top of our speed chart, it is none other than Kris Stump, who was the last week's winner and the previous week. So he made it 2 in a row despite coming from the back of the field. We're going to see if he can do it for a third time here in this New Hampshire Motor Speedway American Diabetes Association 75. So Kris Stump looking for his third win in a row. Off to a good start as he is on top of that speed chart right now. AJ Hamill in second, Justin Rigsby in third, and Andy Lambert in the 70 machine in fourth. Paul Henley gonna round out your top 5 for this practice session. Coming up next is going to be qualifying. Tomorrow will be the Coach's Corner Pro Late Model Series as they do the Blast to the Past 150 at Langley. Again, that is Thursday, January 17th at 7:40 p.m. Central. Make sure you tune in for that. And then next Wednesday, January 23rd at 8:15 p.m. Central, the RFC Hershey Design Pro Series will be doing the Parkinson's Action Network 125 at Iowa Speedway. So, right here is where you need to be for all of the best iRacing broadcasts. Well, maybe the best is a bit much. But you know what? We have fun. It's a great time. No cars are out on track, and I'm not sure what is going on. Possibly a driver's meeting at the last bit. So it would be a good time to go over our previous winners. As you can see, we are halfway through this season. We are on race number 8 of 13. Kris Stump winning the last 2 races. Will Dravicki, Troy Radford, and Ryan Nolan all picking up wins throughout this season here in the RFC Hershey Design Pro Series. Our next race is going to be at Iowa, and that is one of my favorite tracks on the iRacing surface. So I look forward to that one as well. So guys, we're going to step away for just a quick minute, and we will be right back after this.
the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we have AJ Hamill up here in the broadcast booth. Tonight, AJ Hamill is the patron of the race. He is the one that is supporting the American Diabetes Association. He is out on track in that step out to walk machine. AJ, tell us a little bit about this race and what it means to you.
Well, I thought I would sponsor New Hampshire. This is a home race for me. Well, as home as it gets when you are from Vermont and there are no iRacing tracks from your home state. So I always like New Hampshire. Been here a bunch of times in real life. Seems like a good race to sponsor. Got the American Diabetes Association on the car this season as a primary sponsor, so they get the title sponsorship of the race. And just a cause for my family and millions of others out there who struggle with type 2 diabetes. Like to get the awareness out. Sorry, not good with the talking and the driving. I'm gonna pull over here.
Well, hey, you know what? I'm not good with the talking and the broadcasting, but we both struggle through and we make do with what we can.
We try.
All right, well, how fast is that 18 machine tonight?
I think it's going to be okay. Luckily, Kris doesn't qualify, so that's helpful. He's always fast, as you're well aware. I should be all right as long as I don't do anything stupid. I did a 30-lap run earlier. Felt stable. I've always adapted well here. Won some races, finished second a couple times.
Well, Mr. Hamill, as we got about 15 seconds left here before you switch over to qualifying, I want to thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us and tell us about tonight's race. And we look forward to seeing you in victory lane here. Before we let you go, any shout outs or thank yous?
Let's hope we do those later, but just in case we don't, always American Diabetes Association, get out there, walk, lower your A1C, get those steps in, they do matter. Go try some Atkins snacks. It's not just the bacon and cheese diet. There's more to it. Go check it out. And say hi to Mom because I know she's watching.
All right, and AJ, if anyone wanted to come see you in a car, where could they go?
Oh, hey, that's a good point. You could go to YouTube and search AJ Hamill, and you would right now get the view of my in-car for the remainder of the evening.
All right. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to us. We better let you go and turn some qualifying laps, man.
Thank you.
That is AJ Hamill, driver of the 18 machine here tonight, as he is tonight's race patron, giving us a moment to talk, giving us a moment of his time to talk about his race here tonight. Cars are out on the track. Green flag is out for qualifying. Will Drivicki in the 30 machine coming around right now. Nobody has set an official time yet. Everyone's starting to get on their first laps on the clock. We'll see if one lap is going to be the first one to be on, or if we're going to see multiple laps having to be turned here. Andy Lambert in the 70 machine, still sporting that Race to Race MS paint scheme. Nice sharp looking paint job on that car. Right now he is going to move into third place. Rex Hoyle in the 50 machine, he is into second in with a 30.106, and Will Drivicki right now on pole with that 30 machine with a 29.954. Paul Henley in the 16 laying down a heck of a great lap. He is currently in second with a 29.986. Zero 5 machine. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the 99 machine of Justin Rigsby. Rigsby going to set a lap time good enough for third with a 30.031. That has moved Rex Hoyle into fourth. Dylan Blankenship is going to round out your top 5. Hilton Young in the 38, sporting Lily Diabetes on the machine. Hilton Young right now in 11th. And our very own patron, the 18 of AJ Hamill, jumping to the top of the chart here on pole with a 29.898. Tyler Hilton in the 52, a Falcon Motorsports driver. He is the only Falcon Motorsports driver out here tonight on our Wednesday night Pro Series. And guys, as we always do here, it's time to step away and play our national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As the field is starting to take to the grid, that means it's time to go through our starting lineup for tonight's event on row number 1, brought to you by the Hershey Design Company. A.J. Hamill in the 18 and Will Dravicki in the 30. Hamill looking for his first win of the season. In row number 2 will be the 16 of Paul Henley and the 99 of Justin Rigsby. Row 3 will be the 50 of Rex Hoyle and the 01 of Dylan Blankenship. Row 4 will be the 52 of Tyler Hilton and the 45 of Doug Wysocki. Row 5 will be the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw and the 70 of Andy Lambert. Row 6 will be the 00 of Tim Hill and the 38 of Hilton Young. Row 7 will be the 69 of Rick Greenaway and the 39 of Chad Collier. Row 3 will be James Edwards and the 98 of Kris Stump, not allowed to take a lap time in qualifying as he was last week's race winner. We'll see if he can come from the back of the field and make it 3 in a row. Field all lined up. Lights are out on the pace car. We are ready to go racing here for the RFC Hershey Design Pro Series American Diabetes Association 75. Will Dravicki, A.J. Hamill make up that front row. And here we go on the green flag, and there it is. Drivers getting through the gears cleanly. Fresh tires, nice cool track. Down into turn number 1, Hamill gonna take that outside lane. He's gonna have to try and hustle that just a little bit to clear Dravicki, and he does, and here comes Justin Rigsby. Will Dravicki in the 30 gonna lose a spot to Rigsby, so slide Dravicki into 3rd, and maybe even another one as Dylan Blankenship sneaking in on his outside, but no, Will is gonna slide up in front of him. The inside lane just did not get going very good, and your race leader is now A.J. Hamill. Rigsby just getting a good run down the backstretch there. Trying to close the gap, maybe make a move for the lead. Off of turn number 2, once again, we got a 3-way fight for the lead. Our top 3 right now, all nose to tail. Once again, another lap completed, another lap led by A.J. Hamill. That is 3 laps in the books, just like that. Tonight, we will be having a halfway point caution, a competition caution, if you will. That will be the only time that drivers are allowed to take tires here tonight. And that is going to be somewhere around lap 37. I expect to see everyone on the pit road taking 4 tires. Right now, A.J. Hamill in the 18 machine. He is out front with Justin Rigsby in hot pursuit. Will Dravicki still in 3rd. Dylan Blankenship in 4th. And the 16 machine of Paul Henley rounding out your top 5. Henley doing a great job. He is advancing quite quickly here in this K&N car. Had a great run going last week until an issue happened. Driver error, he said. Got caught up in a wreck and ended up crashing out from a top 5 spot, but it looks like he's picked up right where he left off, and once again in that 5th spot, trying to chase down the 0-1 of Dylan Blankenship. Across the line he goes, and we are on to lap number 7. Tyler Hilton in the 52. He is sitting in 6th spot. Right behind him is the 50 of Rex Hoyle. Rex Hoyle in that 50 machine came into tonight 3rd place in points. As you can see, our point standings here. Kris Stump with 3 wins, Will Dravicki with 2 wins. They're making up 1st and 2nd place here in the standings. 10th place, hard on the throttle, getting through this field very quickly here. That 98 machine has already moved into 10th. Started in 16th place, now in 10th. As he is trying to work over the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw. Got to do a little going on, and Mike promised he'd hold him up. So right now, Mike doing just that. He is out in front of Kris Stump. But I don't think he's holding him up too much. As we go on aboard with Stump. Look out the front of this thing. These drivers very careful right here at New Hampshire Speedway. This very flat track. It's hard to get all the power down that you need. And now Holtzclaw is going to move to the inside. He's going to let Stump have the position. Kris going to complete the pass here through 1 and 2. Down into 3 and 4, you can see just how difficult it is to get this car around the track here. Meanwhile, up front, nothing has changed. It is still AJ Hamill, Justin Rigsby, and Will Dravicki. The only thing that has changed here is that Dravicki is losing a little bit of ground to these two, but not a whole lot. James Edwards in the 3 machine. He is currently in 15th place. One driver who is already out of the race, that is the 69 of Rick Greenaway. Not sure what happened to Rick Greenaway for this early departure, but Rick unable to complete a lap. He had to move on to greener pastures for tonight's race. But James Edwards in the 3 machine. He's got some damage on the right front. Trailing behind Hilton Young in the 38. And these two are our last two on the lead lap. Chad Collier in the 39. You can see just a glimpse of him up ahead. Collier in the 39 machine. Right now, Collier sitting in 13th place. AJ Hamill in the 18, back up front we go. Dylan Blankenship in the 01 has pulled away from the 16 of Paul Henley and starting to close in on Will Dravicki in 3rd. Drivers single file here. Remember, our caution flag will fly right around lap 37. Tonight is a beautiful night for racing. 82 degrees, that's a bit warm. Better get some hydration. Humidity, perfect. Track temp, 100 degrees. 75 laps is the scheduled distance for tonight, making it 80 miles, as this is officially a 1.06 mile track. As you see, they can make it all the way on fuel. It will come down at around lap 37 for 4 tires. Pit road speed is 45 miles an hour. So the top 4 all still within striking distance of each other. 09 Motorsports drivers Will Dravicki and something that's happened to Paul Henley, as Henley has fallen all the way to 8th here very quickly. Not sure if he got a little bit loose coming off of a corner or what, but he was running in 5th and then dropped down to 8th. But that car looks settled down for the moment. However, that has allowed Kris Stump into 7th place now. Kris Stump really starting to close in. He is going to need help from that caution just to track down and catch up to AJ Hamill. He is 4 seconds behind him right now. But when that competition caution comes out here in just another handful of laps, the field's going to get reset. You don't necessarily have to take tires, but you can, and it looks like Rex Hoyle's going to move aside and not put up a fight for that position. So Kris Stump now into 6th as he is tracking down the 52 of Tyler Hilton. Tyler Hilton, sporting Hilton Crafts and Designs, going to move to the inside. And Kris Stump going to clear him going into 3. Put Stump into the top 5. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. He is working his way to the front. Going to try and make it 3 in a row in this Hershy Design Pro Series. Charging up off the corner, you can see he starts to pull away just a little bit on Tyler Hilton. And the rest of the field, he is catching up to. Dylan Blankenship in 4th, inching so close to that 30 of Will Dravicki. Not quite there yet, but the pressure is mounting for that 30 machine. Will came into tonight with 2 wins on the season, 2nd place in the points, only 8 points behind Kris Stump. Now Dylan Blankenship in that 0-1 all over the back bumper of Dravicki. He's going to make a peek to the inside, try and apply some pressure, but Will not having any of it just yet, and Dylan's going to overdrive the corner. That is going to cost him some time here. He's going to have to make that up now. So he lost a little bit of ground through 3 and 4. But your race leader is still AJ Hamill, as he is now starting to pull away from Justin Rigsby. Arts Barbershop on the deck lid of this thing. Looking out at the back at the water.org Justin Rigsby machine. We got to talk to AJ Hamill in the 18 in our pre-race show. He is tonight's race patron, and so far he has led every lap that has been completed. That is 27 laps credited to him as our lap leader. That 18 machine looking very fast, but Kris Stump now is just 3.5 seconds behind AJ Hamill. So he is closing in on the leader, but he still has a few more cars to deal with before he can get to that back bumper of the 18 machine. I don't think he's going to have enough time to do it before this competition caution flies. Around lap 37, right around the halfway mark, we're going to see the caution flag fly. Drivers will come down pit road, take tires or not. It will be interesting to see. Maybe someone will not take tires here. Be worth it if you were in the back. Might have a chance at gaining a few spots from that gamble. Our best lap time here by AJ Hamill. That is a 29.887. His last lap time was a 30.604. This one was a 30.570. So, I mean, yeah, you're getting close to that 1 second mark. So probably everyone will come down pit road, as James Edwards is the first car 1 lap down. Looks like Hilton Young in the 38, extensive damage on that thing. He's gonna pull down to the inside and allow AJ Hamill by. Chad Collier in the 39. He's got a lot of damage on his right side. So it's very possible those two got together as they were racing side by side in a corner at some point. As you can see, those two cars, one side on each car is torn up. Collier going to stay down below, and that is going to allow AJ Hamill to get past without any issues. Hamill in the 18 machine now has 4 cars 1 or more laps down. Only 1 car out of this race. That is Rick Greenaway in the 69. We have 12 cars on the lead lap. Last car on the lead lap, that's the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw. Mike has got about an 18-second gap between him and AJ Hamill. So just under half a track before he goes a lap down. He only needs to stay on the lead lap for just a handful more of laps. And that competition caution will fly. We'll reset the field and go at it again. So far we have been clean and green this entire race, and it has been all AJ Hamill in the 18 machine. He has not let anyone past him. He has led all of our completed laps. But Justin Rigsby sitting right behind him in second, not letting him get away. We do have a few more changes here. Kris Stump now into 3rd place. Dylan Blankenship has moved into 4th. And Will Dravicki falling into 5th place, as the caution flag is going to fly here for that competition yellow. AJ Hamill in the 18, leading all 35 completed laps. Drivers are going to come down pit road, take 4 tires, and get back after it as the pace cars caught up to them. That caution will give Chad Collier and Hilton Young a chance to work on their cars. But here come the drivers onto pit road. I expect to see everyone hit their pit boxes. Into their pit stalls cleanly. Will Dravicki nicely in. Paul Henley in the 16, all hitting their marks. Very nice. Race off pit road. The 18 grabs a gear. Here comes Justin Rigsby, but not going to get it done, as AJ Hamill is going to win it. Kris Stump, Will Dravicki, and then Dylan Blankenship in the 0-1. All right, guys, we're going to step away for a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Field formed up, working their way down the backstretch, getting ready for restart number 1 of this race. Field coming around the corner, pace car getting ready to peel off the track. We're gonna go green flag racing one more time. AJ Hamill on the throttle early, and he is gonna get a good break away from the field. Clears Justin Rigsby easily. Will Dravicki in the 30 gonna drop all the way down to the bottom, but watch that 98 as he's gonna get a good run off the corner and charge right on past the 30. AJ Hamill out front for this. Justin Rigsby in the 99 sitting in second. Third place right now going to Kris Stump. Stump is on the move though, needed that caution to gain some ground on the leaders. Hamill, Rigsby, Stump, Dravicki, and then in 5th place is the 52 of Tyler Hilton. As we go on board with the 52 machine. Dravicki though in the 30s, looking underneath the 98 of Kris Stump. The inside lane, very hard to make work here at New Hampshire, but Dravicki's going to try it anyways. He's going to lose a little bit of ground there as he started to wash up a little bit, had to check up, could not get the power down that he needed to, and Kris Stump going to pull away from him. Will Dravicki in the 30 is going to have to mount and charge once again. Rex Hoyle sitting in 7th place. Dylan Blankenship in the 01 is 6th. Dylan lost a little bit of ground on the pit stops and the subsequential restart. I think I just made up a word. Subsequential. Wow. All right. Paul Henley in the 16 machine. After running in the top 5 in the opening part of the race, he has fallen into 9th place, and rounding out your top 10 right now is the 00 of Tim Hale. Tim looks like he's got a little bit of damage to the back end of that thing. However, it's still got him out there. Not slowing him up too much. Right behind Tim in that 45 machine, that is Doug Wysocki. And then the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw. Will Dravicki still trying to find a way down underneath the 98 at Kris Stump. Dravicki just not able to get the power up off the corner. Here comes Tyler Hilton with a great run off of turn number 4. Hilton's going to make a move to the inside down the straightaway. Side by side, door to door goes the 52 and the 30. Now Hilton's going to have to try and put the power down. You see a big wiggle from Hilton through the middle of the corner. And now Dylan Blankenship is going to attack. Dylan Blankenship in the 01. Down underneath the 52 of Hilton. That inside lane just not able to get that momentum up off the corner. And Dravicki is closing in once again on Kris Stump. Dravicki down through 3 and 4. AJ Hamill has been out front for all of the 48 completed laps here. We are working lap 49. Want to give a big shout out to everyone who is joining me on YouTube and Twitch. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, guys. I do hope you are enjoying the show AJ Hamill is putting on for you. He is doing all he can to make sure he wins this thing. He has been out front and the dominant car. He has led the most laps here tonight for sure. In fact, he's led all the laps here tonight. Justin Rigsby in the 99, sitting in second. Rigsby trying to work up some speed to track down Hamill, but Hamill just not having any of it. AJ Hamill wants all of this race here tonight, and he is putting it out there for y'all to see. He has got his foot into that throttle. He is turning some great laps so far. Nobody's been able to catch him. Rigsby has gotten to his back bumper to try and apply some pressure, but has not been able to do anything but get a whiff of that back bumper. We started 16 cars here tonight. We got 15 cars still running. James Edwards, Chad Collier, 14th and 15th. They are both 1 lap down. The 70 of Andy Lambert. Car looking very clean right now. He is sitting in 8th place, just in front of the 16 of Paul Henley, and tucked in behind the 50 of Rex Hoyle. You see Rex Hoyle up there in the 50 trying to follow the 01 of Dylan Blankenship. Is this New Hampshire Motor Speedway a wide track for these drivers? Typically on a much shorter track. This is one of the bigger tracks we will be at here in this series. Just a couple weeks ago, we were at one of the smaller tracks in iRacing, and now they're at one of the biggest ones they'll run this season. So we now have 20 laps to go here in the American Diabetes Association 75. One caution for the competition caution. Other than that, we have been clean and green. Kris Stump, who is charging through the field, looks like these 4 fresh tires have not really been to his liking. He was closing in very quickly. Or I shouldn't say quickly, I should say consistently. And now that he's moved into 3rd, he's having a hard time advancing any further. Meanwhile, Tyler Hilton thinking about trying to make a move on the inside of Will Dravicki. Hilton in the 52, Dravicki in the 30. Now Kris Stump in the 98. He's starting to make up some ground on the 99 of Justin Rigsby. So closing that gap, trying to make a move here when he gets close enough. And it seems like he's going to have to try the high line. So far, we've seen everyone who has gone down low lose a lot of ground, and he is going to the high side here. Got a great run off the corner, just not able to go anywhere with it just yet. Rolls through the middle of the corner very well. Rigsby just a little bit slower down the straightaway than Stump. But Kris Stump entering turn 1 a lot higher here than Rigsby. All over his back bumper. James Edwards pulling down, getting out of the way. And Stump gonna lose a little bit of ground as he pushed a little too hard there. Gonna have to regroup, try it once again. And AJ Hamill still leading this thing with 14 laps to go. top three all within a second of each other. Kris Stump is right now at 0.5 seconds behind AJ Hamill. It's a very close battle for the lead here. All it takes is one little mistake. So far, these drivers have all been running very good and consistent lap times. Meanwhile, the 30 and the 52, they're still kind of going after it here. Tyler Hilton putting all kinds of pressure on that back bumper of the 30 machine. And Hilton just not able to find a way around Dravicki just yet. But with 12 laps to go, we still got some racing to do. That 52 machine might find a way around. Meanwhile, Dylan Blankenship and Rex Hoyle are going at it. Rex in that 50 machine, he came into tonight third place in points, and Dylan Blankenship not even in the top 20, but he's got a good showing here tonight. Gonna make up some ground in the points for sure. As the 52 is making a move underneath the 30, but can he get the power down up off the corner? It looks like Will Dravicki's gonna beat him to the punch, as Hilton just can't seem to find a way around. Tyler Hilton needs to give him the old chrome horn, see what happens then. Do the old bump and run. However, I know Tyler won't do that intentionally, despite my coachings. That's probably why he's a driver and I'm a broadcaster. Once again, he's going to look to the inside as these two battle for fourth place. Kris Stump, Justin Rigsby, and AJ Hamill, third, second, and first. With 9 laps to go, Stump now starting to make some moves here on Rigsby, but unable to get the power down. As you can see, it's so hard to do that here at New Hampshire. These two still not decided who's gonna finish in fourth, as Hilton's gonna get really crossed up through the corner there, had to lift, gonna lose some ground to Dravicki. And down this New Hampshire front stretch. This is one of the better battles we got going on the track right now, as Tyler Hilton's gonna take a peek to the inside, just not able to make anything of it. And the 98 of Kris Stump has lost a lot of ground to Justin Rigsby. Meanwhile, the 18 of AJ Hamill, he is starting to open up a little bit of space on the 99. As Tyler Hilton's gonna drive in deep. We see it in the background there. Tyler Hilton drove in very deep on Will Dravicki. They are still side by side, and now Tyler Hilton might get the run he needs up off the corner. Not quite, because Tyler is going to spin the tires coming up off the corner, and that is going to let Will Dravicki to get by once again. But AJ Hamill, now with 4 laps to go, is out front, having led all 71 completed laps. A dominating performance by him so far here tonight. But the battle right now on the track is here for 4th spot. You'd think these two were going after a race win, a race championship. Two very talented drivers as Tyler Hilton's going to move to the inside. He's got a good run going down the front straightaway. Dravicki might not have a shot down into turn number 1. Hilton is going to really lose a lot of ground there on entry. Dravicki's going to hold him tight, going to try and pinch him off here. And that works as Dravicki's going to inch by just a little bit, but Tyler Hilton has been very strong the last few laps through 3 and 4. We'll see if he can get another run. And it looks like not this time, as Dravicki is going to hold him off once again, but these two side by side with 2 laps to go. Up front, nothing has changed so far. Still AJ Hamill, Justin Rigsby, and Kris Stump. The battle for 4th place. Will Dravicki, Tyler Hilton, the 30 and the 52. But the white flag is in the air for AJ Hamill in the 18. Final lap, one more time around. Down the backstretch for the final time. AJ Hamill in the step out. Walk to end diabetes. American Diabetes Association on the hood of this thing. The American Diabetes Association 75 goes to AJ Hamill in a dominating performance here tonight. And Justin Rigsby gonna bring it home second. Kris Stump in the 98 will be third. Will Dravicki is going to hold off Tyler Hilton for 4th, and that will put Hilton into the 5th spot. So guys, we're going to set up our post-race show. Nobody go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, folks, welcome back to our MaxSpeedTV post-race show, as we have caught up with the 18 machine, the driver, AJ Hamill. AJ, we talked to you in the pre-race. This was your race to win, and you did just that, man. Tell us how you're feeling right now.
Oh, hey, found the mic button. Man, I'm excited. It's been a long time. I want to say June since I've been in holding the checkered flag.
Well, a long drought comes to an end here tonight. You win the race. Not only win, you lead all 75 laps. We knew you would have a competition caution. When you're coming down pit road, how much pressure are you feeling to hit your pit box cleanly?
Lap 15, I all of a sudden realized that I'm not guaranteed to lead the field back to green after the yellow. And I panicked about it the entire time. And I think I only beat Justin off pit road because I had the first pit stall, which, I mean, I'll take it. That's the perk of winning the pole, I guess. But yeah, pressure the whole race, start to finish.
Well, great job out there. Despite the pressure, you looked solid. Never really making a mistake that cost you any sort of positions on the track. And I'll tell you that Art's Barbershop step out walk to stop diabetes machine, very solid here tonight. Before we let you go, any shout outs or thank yous?
Oh yeah, good. Congrats to Justin there in second. I don't know how it looked, but he was always present in my mirror. I think I ran 3/4 of every lap trying to see if he was gaining or falling behind, and he never let me breathe until I think he overdrove at one of the laps, about 4 to go. Looked like he was searching too hard and got way high in 4, and then I sort of breathed. And like you said earlier, I didn't make a mistake. That was 75 laps. I just said, don't do what you did last week. Don't make that mistake. And luckily none showed that were detrimental. Thanking people, right? Let's see who we got. We already did that, but I got some more. American Diabetes Association. Go check them out. Check out some Atkins. Go see what Rob Lowe has to say about Atkins, the new Atkins for you. It's not just bacon and cheese. It's actually pretty healthy when you read up on the science of what they're really trying to do. I got a bad rap, those darn sugar companies back in the 80s and 90s. We got Arts Barbershop, SLC. Thank my teammate Kris for keeping in Justin's mirror. I didn't cut him a break on the restart because I really wanted to win this one. I was trying to make him work for it this week, which he did have to do. And thanks, Andy. Thanks to you. Thanks, RFC. And again, good job, Justin. You made it a lot harder than maybe it looked at times.
All right, that is AJ Hamill, your race winner here tonight. AJ, congratulations once again on getting that race win here tonight and the New Hampshire American Diabetes Association 75.
Thanks. Oh, and hometown crowd. Good wave to the hometown crowd. It's always good to get a win at your hometown track, or the closest track to your hometown. Win number 2 here in RFC. So that's pretty awesome.
Well, congratulations on that, man. Nice job. And now it's time to move on to our second place finisher, and that is none other than Justin Rigsby in the 99. Justin, tell us a little bit about your race as you saw a whole lot of AJ Hamill's back bumper.
A lot of driving, KR. A lot of driving. If I wasn't up on AJ there toward the end, Kris was all over me. I'm more thankful that he didn't move me out of the way, because I think he was a little faster at the end, but I guess I did enough just to hold him up.
Well, that blue and white 99 machine looking very solid here tonight. At what point did you think that maybe you needed to try and get to that back bumper of Hamill and give him a little shove to get him out of your way?
Well, I tried all night, to be honest with you. At least the second half of the race. I felt equal to him most of the first part. I could stay right there on him, if not, at times looked like I was pushing him down the backstretch. But it's hard to pass, and if you get out of line here and make the wrong move, you may go back a spot or two. But I didn't want to move him. We had an incident a few races back, just where I'd screwed up, and I don't want any bad blood there. And just some good short track racing for the most part. He held his line, and I just tried to keep pressure on him, and he never made a mistake. So,
well, 99 comes home second here tonight, man. Tell us a little bit about who you need to thank and all that good stuff.
I don't thank AJ and Kris just for providing some good fun racing. This is, I believe, our first caution-free race minus the stage there in the middle of the year. So a lot more driving in a row, consistently than we're probably used to, and RFC for keeping the show rolling. Water.org, Dude Wipes, always keep an eye out for domestic violence, and keep it reported, and Attitude Graphics for keeping the car looking slick every week.
All right, that 99 machine looking very sharp here in that blue and white paint scheme you got going on. Nice job finishing second, Justin Rigsby. Congratulations.
Thanks, Gary.
Now we've caught up with Kris Stump, our third place finisher. Kris, you fall two spots short of making it 3 in a row. However, your race, nonetheless, great job finishing in third place.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad night at all. Congrats to teammate AJ Hamill on the win. I know he's been close awful lot of the season. Last week was a heartbreaker for him, but he was definitely the class of the field, and congrats to Justin for the awesome race he ran.
Well, your car very fast here all night long, as you did have to start at the tail end of the field from your win last week. You came into tonight with an 8-point lead over Will Dravicki. You're gonna expand that a little bit more now. What are you thinking as far as a championship? Are you starting to plan for that? Are you changing your strategy any, or is it still just going to go and be win everything you can?
I'm not a big fan of points racing, so every week I'm just looking to win whenever I can. But on the other side, though, I have to be smart. I knew once I got around Will tonight, it was going to be at least a positive points night, and my goal going in tonight was not to lose too many starting in the back. So it was a good night. Felt real good going into the halfway mark. Made it up through the field pretty soundly. Right there at the beginning, got in the fence pretty hard through 3 and 4, but didn't take fuel at all in the halfway mark. They can pick up some nose weight, help me getting in the corner, but I just got too tight in the middle, and not making excuses. That may have not been a difference, but I was definitely a lot tighter the second half, and AJ and Justin ran perfect 35-40 laps that second half, and had 0 for either one of them.
Well, the 98 machine regardless put on a heck of a show as you challenged and fought your way through the field. So nice job out there. Before we let you go, any shout outs or thank yous?
Yeah, just want to thank American Diabetes Association, Humanizing the Badge, everyone at RFC. They put in countless hours, providing a fun place for us all to come do this once a week. It's a thankless job for the most part for most of the admins, but I really do appreciate it. And appreciate you up in the booth, KR. Really enjoy watching the broadcast as always after the races.
Well, Kris, I'll tell you, flattery will probably get you some more airtime, so nice job on that decision there.
Thanks, appreciate it.
All right, that is the driver of the 98 machine, Kris Stump. As he started tail end of the field here tonight, he is going to bring it home in 3rd place. So guys, nothing left now but to talk about the racing. We saw some spectacular racing here tonight as we went without a caution other than the scheduled competition caution. These guys really put on a great show of how you can get around this New Hampshire Speedway. We saw an epic battle for 4th place that got settled by Will Dravicki and then Tyler Hilton rounding out your top 5. And you know what? With that being said, let's go ahead and go through our unofficial results. AJ Hamill gonna win it. Justin Rigsby in 2nd. Kris Stump will be 3rd. And we got to talk to our top 3 finishers. Will Dravicki finishing 4th, and Tyler Hilton will be 5th. 6th place going to Dylan Blankenship. Rex Hoyle gonna finish 7th, and 8th will be Andy Lambert. Paul Henley gonna finish 9th, and Tim Hale will be 10th. Mike Holtzclaw gonna finish in 22nd. Doug Wysocki 12th, 13th going to Hilton Young, and Chad Collier will be 14th, the first car any laps down. James Edwards will finish in 15th place, and the final car to start here tonight was Rick Greenaway. Even though he was unable to complete a lap, Rick Greenaway is going to be credited with a 16th place finish. So guys, that is it for us here at MaxSpeedTV. Thank you very much for watching on YouTube and on Twitch. If you haven't done so yet, thumbs up, subscribe on the YouTube channel, or if you are on Twitch, make sure you hit the follow button. That way you know when all the great racing action is coming your way. Guys, thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget, we're going to do this once again this week tomorrow as we do the Upstate Racing League as they present the Blast to the Past 150. And that will be at Langley. Guys, until I see you tomorrow, have a good night.